Hey Poopy, how you doing? Hey Poopy, how you doing?
I'm just, trying to find a place with like-minded people to talk about like-minded things about me, about poop and stuff.
Hey Poopy, how you doing? Hey Poopy, how you doing?
What's this right here? Is this a podcast about poop?
And now, the Hey Poopy Podcast with Dave and Ellen.
Hey!
We are back.
We are. This is our third episode of the new year.
Third, yes.
Yes. 2022.
2020 is coming in hot.
Yes. And this is Hey Poopy Podcast with
Dave
and Ellen, and this is episode 51, but it'll always be number 2 to us. And we have an insanely amazing guest today.
We're super lucky.
Yes. Ryan Keely is here.
You're just saying that because A, we're hanging out in bed together, and I gave you wine. So, but I like it. Keep gassing me up.
You're the number one just because of that. So that's fantastic.
This is the first time we're recording in bed together. We're in Ryan's hotel room in Midtown Manhattan because
this is the most comfortable podcast we've ever done.
Yeah, for sexy porn stars, we will come to them. You're not the first porn star on our podcast. We had Chris Harder and Buck Angel, but
I loved Buck Angel's podcast. I learned so much about trans medical health.
Right?
There's so much I didn't even think about. So many things.
Yeah.
His was incredible. I didn't know any of that stuff.
He's just the best.
What? Yeah, so smart.
Yeah,
so
super
smart.
kind.
Yeah,
just genuinely amazing person.
And his labia tastes like balls sometimes, which I was like, that you don't think about it, but when you think about it, you're like, oh yeah, that totally makes sense.
Testosterone changes things.
Everything. I am such a fan of this podcast.
Yeah,
such a fan.
Yeah, Ryan and I have been friends for over a decade, and I shot with her more recently, maybe 4 months ago.
Yeah, you've known all of the Ryan Keelys. You've known like the 22, super thin, no boobs, young naif to now this chonky MILF that's right here in front of you.
Does lots of raunchy stuff. I think when I first met you, you were barely doing anything softcore.
Yeah, I was like showing my vagina. And I was like, maybe I'll touch it, maybe I won't. And now I'm like, just put everything in.
Maybe I won't touch it. You're like, what is this?
I think I met you in either 06 or 07. It was like...
It was one of my first earlier shoots was with you.
Yeah. Well over a decade we've been friends.
Josh Lord, the famous tattoo artist, came along to Perv, so you made him do your lighting, and he's so sweet. And
Josh is really well known for... He tattooed all the Avengers recently, so he's an extremely famous tattoo artist.
Yeah, he's playing with that guy.
Yeah.
But before that, he held lights for Ellen.
Yes. He was still a tattoo artist at that time. He just also liked to be a big fat perv. So.
Yeah. So he was like, wait, there's titties?
Yeah.
I could move lights.
And then he, out of all my models at the time, he was like, Ryan's my favorite. And I was like, because you got up close and personal with that.
Yeah.
Holding lights.
No, he's lovely. I've known him over the years. He actually, my only 2 tiny tattoos are his.
Aww.
Normally bullied him into after a few glasses of wine. I'm like, we're tattooing me now. Open the shop. It'll take 10 minutes.
He's like, okay. He's like, you owe me, motherfucker.
Yeah. You'll see these titties.
Great.
Tits for tattoos.
Exactly.
Woo.
It's like a charity.
And so before we go into who exactly Ryan is, and hopefully a lot of you listening have already seen who she is, we are going into our check-in, and we always check in with our guests first. So Ryan, how's your poos been? Here's a Bristol stool
over
chart.
The place. Because of this podcast, I actually ordered a Bristol stool chart.
You did?
And it's hanging in my bathroom. And for the first 3 months of it being there, my roommate was like, that's really gross. You're being gross. Can you get that out of the bathroom? And I was like, I just gotta know. I gotta know what's going on with my butt. Like, it's important. It's important. They check the king stool every single day throughout history. So, I like to think that I'm pretty fancy. So I need to know.
It's important.
And so after 3 months of it being there, just the other day, he was finally like, I had a really great number 4.
Everybody always comes around.
Yeah, you just gotta Just
Nobody
slowly
ever really wants to admit 1 through 3 and 5 through 7, but when you have a good 4, everybody's high five.
You just want to high five.
Yeah.
I kind of
You
like
wanna
the
celebrate.
3 more than I like the 4 personally.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah.
a little bit more solid.
Yeah, I just like that. It makes me feel like I did put in some good work.
Some good work.
Well, I've been traveling, so I have literally had 1 through 7 in the past
Oh.
3
Yeah,
days.
the travel shits are the worst.
It's the
just
worst.
you can't really regulate.
I'm like, I don't even know what's going on. I took some. I have Pure for Men. I left it at home, so I'm taking my psyllium husk, which is helping.
Nice.
But yeah, because of this podcast, I really got it. Going up to shooting my first anal, I started going back through all of your podcasts. I'm like, what do I need to know about my butthole?
And Dr. Evan Goldstein. Oh, excuse me, I burped. Dr. Evan Goldstein, who's on next week's episode, actually looking at my butthole. You and him have connected through his future method.
He sent Pure for Men sent me some stuff.
Amazing.
I reached out to them and
Oh
I
my
was
god,
like,
you're like a super. I love you. This is amazing.
I'm a super fan, okay?
Yeah.
So I reached out to Pure for Men. They sent me a wonderful gift package. Their stuff's amazing. And then Dr. Evan sent me all the future method. And let me tell you, there was no mishaps on my first anal scene.
Yes,
Yes.
high fives.
As a
we need
whistle.
the applause.
Yeah. Stress-free, clean as a whistle. Yeah, those
That's
two things
incredible.
in combination, it was perfect.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So this podcast is. I look. We're connecting. We're making relationships for people. This is amazing.
You're making me money.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's even the best.
Yeah. You're like, this is how you put things in your butt. And I'm like, yes, and I'm going to charge for it because I'm a porn star.
Yeah. So wait. Okay, let's go into our quick check-ins, Dave. And then we can go into who
I
Ryan
mean,
is.
mine are just like.
You messy?
Oh no,
You
no. I mean, I used to. Well, I was saying to Ellen, like I've my poops have not been like the normal 2 to 3 times a day. So
Oh,
it's been like maybe like once a day.
Well, he's eating
Like-
less and eating healthier.
And I'm eating late. I'm toying with intermittent fasting during the week. So I eat at like noon.
Okay.
And then I stop at like 8.
Okay.
So it's just like I think this whole change is like on the weekends I don't go crazy, but I'm like I'll just eat like whenever I want. But I think as a result, my poops have like the frequency is like stopped. I'm not shooting as much.
It sounds like that's a good thing, though.
No, it's not bad. I mean, it's when I do, they're
It's just a
pretty
change,
solid.
Yeah.
They're pretty solid for us. But I mean, I get the range depending on what I eat. Sometimes, but over the holidays, not so good.
Yeah.
And then I got sick.
All that holiday eating.
The holidays, I couldn't poop because of all the cheese.
Yeah.
I went 5 days.
Wow, it's long.
5
days?
I was so mad.
Cheese really backs you up, huh?
You need to. So I recently learned about flax seed oil. I'm taking that nightly, and I'm making these gorgeous Bristol 4s.
Okay.
But also over New Year's, before I got a hold of the flaxseed, because a friend of mine actually suggested it when I went away for New Year's. He was like, you need more flax in your system. And it's great omega-3s. It's like so healthy for you. But I was taking... On New Year's, I could not shit New Year's Eve, so I took Swiss Chris. Have you heard of that?
I've heard you talk about it,
It's
but
great.
I don't know what it is.
Great. It's like a really easygoing laxative. Like it's not painful and it's mostly natural.
Okay.
And like you take one of those at night with like a big glass of water and you're shitting good the next day. So if you have a constipated day,
Or if you're
grab
eating
me
kind of
some-
crappy too, like the day
Yeah.
before, it's a nice. Our
Or
friend
if you're-
Jason told us about
yeah,
it.
and because our friend Jason, who was on the podcast, he told us about it, and I was like, he was like, if I have one of those nights where I'm eating really rich or crazy, he's like, me and my wife pop 2 of those before we go to
Yeah,
bed.
and they're good to go.
Yeah,
That's what relationships are about.
right.
Yeah.
Intimacy.
Yes,
that is
it
true.
It's
intimacy.
true though. A real relationship is like dealing with farts, shitting, people being sick. That's a true test of a relationship.
I saw a meme like that once that said your best friend is somebody you could talk about sex with, but your really close friend is the one you talk about poop with.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah, for sure. 100%.
Yeah. And Dave and I have become very close friends
Yeah. Well, clearly, we're like really close now.
the past
because,
year of this podcast.
talking about this shit.
I would like to suggest a word for the Hey Poopy lexicon.
Ooh.
You know when you poop so much and like some of it gets above the water?
Yes.
Can we call that a Nessie?
What a Nessie! Like the
God.
Loch Ness monster.
'cause
Oh my God! Yes, it's done.
You get another applause. You're just coming out with this Nessie. I love it.
Yes.
I said it accidentally the other day because I was telling my poor roommate right after the Bristol Fool start, like, what's happening with my butthole.
He's like, what? Why are you telling me
Can you
this?
just stop? He's like, I don't need to know. And I'm like, I need to tell someone, and you're here.
Oh my God. Also, like, I mean, I've never had these Nessies before. I don't know. Ellen talks about this shit. I'm like, what are you talking about?
I'm going to take a picture
or is
one day.
the water like so low or something?
No,
'Cause
it's
like,
sometimes there's just like so much volume that comes. For me, it's usually like a crazy long 3, like, and it'll just be and then there'll just be like a little boop right out of the water.
Yeah. Mine's more of not as so much
I wish
a
I had the
boop.
Jaws theme song or something.
Mine's mine is more like an iceberg.
Ah,
It's like a pile because mine's more like a 5.5. It's
Pile?
like so much shit.
Oh, yeah,
that
that-
it just piles up in like
I
icebergs
just
out
don't
of the
have
water.
that kind of like
yeah, that happens too sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah.
that kind of fecal volume.
I think a lot of that is I usually get like what Ellen's talking about with like the volume and the Nessie, that's like usually like the first day of my period when I'm having cramps.
Yep.
And so my intestines are being squished.
Damn.
There's an actual hormone in our body. The hormone that sheds your uterine lining is the same hormone that's in your intestines. That's why you get diarrhea on your period. And I talked about it on the podcast before, but I have to look it up because it's like a long technical medical term that I
literally have no idea what that is.
Yeah. But yeah, and so that's why you have like for me when I get my period, I'm either constipated or I like shit out every single thing I ate the past month. Yeah.
I can't even imagine having to deal with that on top of this shit. Like like
on top of cramps and period blood.
I would even like my wife's.
You're
she's
just
on her,
leaking all
my
over
wife's
the
on her
place.
period right now, and like she's like, my cramps. I'm like, I can't even relate to you. I feel so. I'm like rubbing her back or whatever, but it's just so awful. I get freaked out when like my nose gets stuffy or I get a paper clip. Or like, I couldn't even imagine having to deal with that every month.
But that's why when I describe to my partner or other people what period cramps feel like, it literally feels like when that moment where you're going to have explosive diarrhea and it cramps so badly.
I would kill someone.
Yeah, it's this period cramps are exactly
I don't know
the
how
same.
women have not just murdered everybody. Like literally it's being like, I'm just going to stab every person in sight.
Yeah, but that's why we deal with
I
so
would
much
like
bullshit
to.
in
You
this
did- look-
world because we have literally been built to have to deal with
the
bullshit.
amount of shit that you got to put up with and like just on a general basis minus the physical stuff. No way. No, thank you. But power to you guys. I'm glad I don't have to do any of that.
Ladies be leaking. That's what we do.
Ladies be leaking. Ladies definitely be leaking.
I love this Nessie thing, but I think I want to almost call it when it's like the iceberg, a messy Nessie.
Yes.
I feel like I need like one of those like old ship horn sounds. I don't have that.
I would the sound my ass makes when I make those kind of
Clearly.
shits.
Clearly
It's
it
like,
does.
"Brrr."
I mean,
Ooh.
I don't.
That's pretty
you know.
close.
We need one
It's
deeper.
the tugboat sound.
Yes, tugboat.
That's
Thank
what
you.
it is. Yeah.
I don't have a tugboat sound.
We
in
need
here.
like a huskier version of that.
Yeah.
It's a little bassier. I don't have that, unfortunately.
So Ryan Keely, tell us about yourself.
I'm really into naps.
Ooh.
It's probably my driving force in life. It's one of the
love
biggest
naps.
reasons that I work in pornography is that
You get to lay down on the job.
well, no, because when you're actually working, these positions are very uncomfortable. It gives me the freedom to read a lot of books and take a lot of naps on the days that I'm not working. So that's my favorite thing about my job. The sex is pretty great too. The attention is awesome. I love go to Instagram.com, Ryan Keely TM.
She's
Follow me.
trademarked, people.
I am trademarked. I've been in porn off and on for over 12 years.
Yeah.
No, more than that. No, yeah, maybe 12 years.
Wow.
When we first met, it was about 12, 13 years ago.
Yeah. No, 16 years because I started when I was 19. I'm 35 now, but I didn't start performing until I was 23.
Wow.
So
Holy shit.
that's what I do. That's what I do.
Wait, you're 35 now, so we met when you were like 22? Oh my God.
Yeah.
Where has the time fucking gone?
I just say multiple head injuries and my abuse of booze.
Oh.
I'm like, I don't know what's happened, but I'm having a great time.
AKA
True.
time travel. You're like, wait, what? 5 years.
Yeah, so I've been in, I took 5 years off. I was doing a bunch of hosting stuff. I came back a couple years ago, really embracing this whole MILF porn explosion, which I love. I thought my career was over because when I quit, I was I was 26 and like
26. My God.
The MILF category wasn't really a thing when I retired. Like there was like a couple of stepmom roles, but like I wasn't really working at all, and I was only doing girl. So I quit in 2012. Took 5 years off. I did a bunch of hosting stuff, and I was on Playboy. So it's still porn adjacent, but I came back to performing after a breakup because dating in LA is garbage.
Yep. Well, New York it is also.
This girl, Paige Owens, she just posted the other day. She was like, she's another porn star. She's like, how come everyone on the internet wants to have sex with me, but I haven't had sex in weeks that wasn't on set? And I was like, welcome to dating in LA. Yeah. Like, it is easier for me to get fucked in porn than it is for me to get like laid by someone that I'm not disgusted by dating in LA. So I hacked the system. And now that MILF porn's a thing, like they're into the thickness, they're into the short hair because I look like I'm terrorizing PTA meetings. Terror of the PTA.
You're like, my child will not stand.
My stepson needs more respect than you are giving him.
You don't have that haircut, but it's in that same vein of like, let me talk to your manager.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I figure like with the haircut, you could also be like you're yelling at the when the car pickup.
Yep.
At the kid.
Well, and I also
Donna was on her fucking cell phone, and she knows.
Well, and I also look very like professional, like legal lady. So it's like I'm either a mom, or a lawyer, or business owner is usually what I end up playing.
Especially the fact that you have very little to no tattoos.
Yeah, and
that helps.
I've got gravitas.
Yes,
gravitas is important.
Gotta have the gravitas.
Wait, so when you play like a lawyer, do they give you like glasses?
Oh my God,
make it seem like
I have a fake pair of glasses specifically that is always in my jewelry kit because
oh my God,
porn glasses.
Yeah, they're my porn glasses because if I have to be if I'm like a doctor or a lawyer or like a business owner today or a real estate agent, that's also really big.
Oh my God, let me show you this house.
I'm sorry, this is in the bathroom.
I will do anything to close this deal.
Oh my God, this is hilarious. Oh God, this is so great. Like as you can see here, the foyer.
Yeah.
Also, your penis is out.
Well, it's actually the hardest part about this phase in my career is that I don't wear. Even when I worked in an office in LA, you don't wear business casual. It's not a thing. Like you don't. So trying to find business porn clothes that like fit my curves I spend so much time shopping. Because it's like most of the time women that are built like me at Ann Taylor end up looking very boxy. And brassers can't have that. Yeah. Like, how would you know I'm a sexual person if you can't see I'm not Aaron Brockovich in my bra the whole time?
Ally Express.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you guys know. Yeah. In the porn world, talent has to show up with their own wardrobe.
Really?
Yeah.
I know nothing about this shit. This is crazy.
Yeah. So everyone's like, female performers make almost double what male performers make, which is true. But when you factor in the fact that we pay for our own upkeep, I pay for my spray tans, my manicures, getting my hair done. Because I can't show up to set without a fresh manicure. I provide all of my own wardrobe. That's outerwear, lingerie, shoes, the whole shebang, stockings.
Damn. Yeah.
And I go through stockings and false lashes like they're water.
Yeah.
Glasses.
Porno glasses.
Those have actually lasted pretty long. I've had them for about 18 months. I'm sure they're going to get flung off at some point and die. Oh, and our jewelry, like all the costume jewelry is constantly getting broken and lost on set. So once you actually like amortize the numbers, we make the same amount of money.
Yeah, of course. And that's the pink tax.
That's the
pink tax is in porn too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Justine Jolie is a porn star that Ryan and I both know. And years ago, I was going through my closet and I was like, hey, do you want some of this clothing? Blah, blah, blah. A couple years later, I turn on HBO late at night and there's a softcore porn on it. And first my boyfriend's like, what have you been watching? And I was like, it was regular HBO during the day. It's obviously late at night HBO, like,
sexy HBO.
Yeah. And so I turned it on and I was like, I bet $1 million I know somebody in this fucking film. Let's just give it a second. And there comes Justine walking into the room in a blouse that I gave her from my fucking closet. And I was like, oh, look at that. That used to be my blouse.
I just did that to a friend of mine. So, because I'm in a very exclusive clothing swap group.
Porno clothing swap?
No, it's not. It's all regular ladies, which is nice. So I get normal clothes, which is what I need.
Yes.
And you can only wear them 3 or 4 times, and then they're done.
Yes.
But I got this awesome wrap dress that my friend, she's like, are you in Mrs. Fletcher, and B, is that my dress?
Oh, that is the best.
Oh, you were in Mrs. Fletcher, the TV show.
Yeah, episode 4.
Awesome.
Yeah, very, very briefly.
Oh shit!
Yeah, that was
My
fun.
wife watches that show. I've never watched it, but now I'm gonna watch it.
I am not going to watch it because I can't stand watching myself, but I am in the beginning of episode 4.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of porn ladies also do a lot of B-roll stuff. Like, I've known so many girls who, like, and so many HBO, Showtime type shows, they'll be like the naked girl in the background or whatever.
I'm learning so much about this behind the scenes
to
porn
hire
shit.
us, and we're going to be more comfortable being naked.
True.
And for the Mrs. Fletcher thing, it was I was playing a girl on an amateur porn site, and they're like, "Can you say that you're 40?" And I'm like, "Will the check clear?"
You're like, yes.
You can call me whatever you want. So I was like pretending to be like a wife cucking her husband on like an amateur, like an over 40 porn site.
Amazing.
Oh, really?
And so they were having the hardest time because they're trying to get all these mainstream actresses. And when they shoot it, it's not like I'm in the big HBO set. We're in a hotel room with like a stringer crew.
Gotcha.
And so it's like this guy is like sitting there in a creepy voice, specifically like asking you like, "Oh, what is telling me about your sex stuff?" And all the mainstream actresses were so uncomfortable. So they're like, on day 2, they're like, we need ringers. So I got called, and a couple other MILFs.
That's amazing. But also, I mean, like, if you're a fucking actor, just act. It's called acting. I don't get that part.
No.
It's like, that's just your fucking job. It's pretty easy. I mean,
Yeah.
sorry, it's not easy, but it's like, if all you got to do is like, okay, this is the role I'm playing. Like,
Yeah, but a lot of
show
Make it
up,
happen.
hit your mark, remember your lines, and do it again for continuity.
I mean, I
But a
suck
lot
at
of
acting.
those
so.
mainstream actresses, like the Khaleesi in fucking Game of Thrones, after the first year, she was like, "I don't want to be naked anymore." There was that one, I don't know if it's HBO or Showtime, but there was like this sex worker TV show that was a drama, and the actress playing that was like, "I don't want to do this anymore." And it was like, you did one season, it was popular, but they want to sign you on for another season.
Was that
But
Belle de Jour with
she was a British actress.
Yeah, I think that was Belle de Jour with Billy, what's her face from Doctor Who.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, really? You're getting paid to act as a role.
If I could just outright buy a house, I would have sex with fucking Larry King.
Why do you think I'm starting to do
on
anal?
Set.
I want a house.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm like, act like you like Larry King. I'm like, no problem.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
just thinking, I'm like,
You would
okay,
make a
that
great
new house.
escort.
I'm like,
But yeah, I
I'm
remember
like, just think that pool. Like,
Madison
that pool.
Madison Young back in the day when she had her art gallery in San Francisco. She was on HBO's like Real Sex, and they were like asking her like how she opened the art gallery, and she was like, well, it was like 15 anal scenes to open it and then 10 more to renovate it. And somebody was like, she literally broke it down into anal scene money, not just actual cost.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So that's gonna retile my pool. That's gonna put a new addition onto the back of the house.
No, when I was a stripper, I used to think about all of my, and I was only a dancer for a year, outside of feature dancing, and it was all like, how many lap dances is it going to take for me to get that? And then when you think about the actual labor that goes into something, you're like, I'm going to get a cheaper handbag.
Oh yeah, I mean,
You're like, how many anal scenes will buy me
you're
a
only
house?
human.
Yeah, right. No, and that's currently like this year, my first anal. It'll be out by the time this episode's out, but it comes out on.
Fuck yeah! Congrats!
Congratulations.
Yeah.
How was that, by the way?
It was. Oh my. Pretty.
Yeah, let's go right into it.
I talked about this a little bit on Holly Randall's podcast, but I was very prepared. I was very confident.
Yes.
Because talked to Joanna Angel, and she told me her whole like her prep system. I talked to all the anal queens that I've known for years, and I'm like, how do you prep for scenes? And then I listened to a bunch of episodes of your podcast, and I got in touch with Pure for Men and Future Method, and yeah, it was fine. And it ended up being Joanna Angel's husband, the Small Hands, who's my partner. So I feel like she's my anal fairy godmother.
Oh,
Because she's like, I'm going to give you all the advice and my husband's penis.
Oh my god, so great.
But yeah, it was. I mean, it's
you've done anal in your private life.
yeah, but not very often.
Okay, but I'm just saying,
Yeah,
like,
this wasn't the first.
it
one.
wasn't like your anal V card had been.
No,
Yeah.
not at all. Not at. No,
You're like, no.
no. But I've actually fucked more men in the ass than I've been fucked in the ass.
Whoa.
So
Pegging.
Yeah, I actually just shot a scene.
Pegmeister.
Dude, I started pegging dudes when I was 18.
Wow.
So yeah, it's one of those things. Yeah, but not long after that scene, Michael Vegas, who you guys have to talk to, he is freaking brilliant. He said, "Hey, would you shoot content for my site, Peg Him?" And content shares where we both get to use the content, and we either split the costs, or we allow the person that's providing the production assistance to have access to the content as well.
Okay.
So everyone's it's sweat equity.
Gotcha.
So he was like, "I want you to shoot for peghim.com," and I was like,
Wait, there's a website called for peghim.com?
Peghim.com. And Michael Vegas, who's a fantastic performer I've known for a million years. And so I went to go shoot it. I was like, I've pegged dudes in the ass. I shoot for divine bitches on kink. Like, no big deal. He's like, yeah, bring some toys, like on the bigger side. I like bigger size. So I brought the biggest toys that I had, which are not super large, but they're healthy. Robust.
Robust.
And the dick that he had for me was like bigger than my arm.
Like a horse cock.
Like a horse cock. And I was like it was
like that dick had a dick.
It was down to my knees. It was freaking down to my knees.
Oh my god.
Wait, and you were supposed to fuck somebody with that?
Yeah. That was what we warmed up with.
Oh my god.
Okay, that's ridiculous.
Let me see if I have a video of
I mean,
it. I might have a video.
That's like, that seems egregious.
That's kind of how I feel about it.
No, I'm kind of like, man, I'm pretty square.
Well, in Hey Poopy Podcast, we decided our tagline is
Learning and laughing and learning
laughing
everything
and learning
but.
everything but. And so we are literally learning and laughing right now.
That's
all
never
about
crossed
the
my
butt.
mind, being like, hey, let's see, it's Wednesday. I don't know, this giant fake horse penis in my ass. Oh, okay.
Oh my
so we're looking at a video right now that
God.
Ryan's showing us. This thing looks like a baseball bat is hanging out of your crotch.
Yeah.
It's thicker than a baseball bat.
That is insane.
Holy shit.
That's like, what? That looks like... It looks like you're going to make a balloon animal out of that.
It looks like Dr. Manhattan in the comic.
Yes.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah, it's like bigger than Dr. Manhattan. Maybe there's my butt. It looks very good. It's rock on
Woo.
canvases.
But's on point.
But you can see
That is
if
ridiculous.
I bend over, it's down to my knees.
What is up with that? Do you fuck somebody with that thing?
I did, Michael Vegas.
Wow.
And
Michael Vegas.
So I've been thinking about starting I want to start my own award show, and I'm going to call it the Golden Buttholes.
Oh.
And Michael Vegas is definitely nominated for most accommodating. So after I fucked him with that, I've fisted people before.
He questioned his existence after that.
No, he took it all like a champ.
Oh my
Wow.
God.
I was at one point punching his butthole like all the way up to my elbow and out, and then I would use my other arm like back and forth.
You're doing a full boxing. I'll hold it. You're doing a full boxing workout.
Wow.
Oh. It looks like she.
And it just stays open.
First of all, that example you just gave me looked like you're doing the freestyle swim.
I was in his anus.
Oh my god.
oh my god.
And I had just never experienced anything like that, and it was life changing. It was I didn't know that buttholes could do that.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
I'm still surprised they can.
I don't watch gay porn. So I don't watch any porn because I know everybody.
I know porn has photographing porn stars, it has ruined a lot of porn for me.
Yeah. So yeah, my
Not me.
you're like,
Although I don't really watch that much porn anymore. But sorry, I'm cutting.
yeah,
you off.
you put a little. It gets that creepy sauce for you.
Yeah, I just sometimes I'm like, I feel like this Michael Vegas person who sounds like an athlete because that
He is a wizard.
I mean-
he is a make it disappear wizard. Like he makes Adriana Chechik look like a virgin.
I mean, I feel like I've had some pretty amazing sexual experiences in my life that were pretty awesome, and I was like, no, pat on my back. But that I am this super boring, stay at home parent. Just making muffins because that is like that's
You
out
got
there,
mad
man.
vanilla.
Like I know people listening to this, they can't. We have to put the scale of this dildo that she just showed us.
I'm trying to think of
it's
something-
insane.
It's
It's like
It looks
the
like the end
equivalent
of a baseball
It
bat.
looks like the equivalent of 3 wine bottles, I would think. Is this as thick as a wine bottle?
Yeah, or I might say, what's that game that they play in frat houses where they make themselves wizard staffs?
Oh yes, yes, that's what it looks like. Thank you.
Yeah, it's like
oh my
3
God.
or 4 of those
like
beers.
beer cans, like
Yes.
taped together.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, that's just like I've never. Wow, I'm really boring.
At one point, I had
apparently
all 10 of my fingers in his butthole. I made my 2 hands into a little, like, where's the church? Where's the steeple?
Holy shit!
So I had that going in and out of his asshole.
You're making like shadow puppets in his ass.
Oh my! It was amazing, but he so clearly loves it. Like, I got this just incredible feeling of is it called compersion, when you're just so happy for someone else's enjoyment?
Yeah.
Oh,
I just got this rush of compersion out. I was so happy because we didn't end up doing, like, I think he maybe ate my pussy for a second, but like nothing happened to me. Like, I just fucked him the whole time, but it is not easy.
okay. I take
well, easy for his asshole.
Easy, no, yeah. Not for my lower back. I'm
No.
in my 30s.
Oh, okay.
No, but his asshole was an easy target.
Dude, it was he was clearly just so happy and like
wow,
having the time of his life, and I was like, I am so happy I can give this to you right now.
Oh, that's kind of sweet.
I'm so impressed buttholes can do that, because like sometimes I'm so constipated, and when I squeeze out this like tiny skinny turd, I'm like, I feel like, and it's so stressful on my hiney hole. I'm like, how does anything else fit in there? And then when you showed me stuff like that, it's like, how does that fit?
Well, apparently poppers are a thing.
Oh yeah.
So I went to the sex shop the other day, and I don't have plans to put anything in my butt, but I do plan on sniffing poppers at some point on this trip. So I've decided, I don't know if I'm going to document that or not.
Try it.
Yeah.
I've sniffed poppers before.
Yeah.
Oh, I never have.
I've never put anything in my ass, but I just wanted to try. I was like, I'll try this.
Yeah.
Ooh,
It's
how
like
does
a
it
crazy
feel?
fucking. It's like insane.
Is it like
head
doing
rush.
whippets?
But like times a million.
Oh.
Yeah.
How does it loosen the butthole, though?
It's something I forgot. You can read about it. It's some kind of thing at, I don't know, capillaries. I don't know what the fuck I'm actually talking about.
I got
but I actually did it once, and it was.
Yeah, I got in trouble at because I went to the pleasure chest because I forgot a pack sex toys for this trip, which is the dumbest thing because I'm out here shooting custom content for my site. So like, how did I forgot my bag of dicks at home.
Got your bag of dicks.
So I the other night hoofed it up to the pleasure chest, and just in there, and they had a whole row of poppers, and I was, I was like, oh, looks like I'm gonna, and I was like, hey, which one of these poppers are the best? I'm like, I can't tell you that, and I can't give you any advice. And I was like, which one of these VHS head cleaning tapes is the best?
Yes.
They're like,
he's like,
it's not called that anymore, you old fucking lady. So I had to go find a different employee.
he's just like kind of like nodding his head towards like, maybe it's this one.
It was gay men and that were staffed that night, and so I was like, one of you guys fucking knows which one of these are the best poppers. And so I went and found a different employee, and I was like, which one of these tiny bottles sells the best?
Yeah.
Did they tell you?
Yes, I now have. Let me go see what it is.
Oh, I'm curious.
I don't know.
I did that like spray air stuff once. Like this is
I've
like
done that before
20
too.
years. And that,
I did like in my old photo class.
yeah, it was like wah 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 wah.
I didn't like that.
I
It's
didn't
not
like it
that.
at all.
It's not like that
Okay,
at all.
but then
But it's
whip
definitely
it.
like it's strong as fuck. You're
It's like
whoa.
a whip it.
Yeah,
But like
And I
it's like
did
a whip it on
whippets.
steroids.
Oh wow.
It's pretty hardcore.
Yeah, I did the canned air, and then I did the whipped cream. This is all like back in
I
the
think
day.
the one I tried was called like
Like
English
the
leather or
90s.
some shit like that. Or
Oh.
it came in this weird brown bottle.
Jungle Juice Platinum.
Jungle Juice Platinum.
Which I don't know. Is that a racist name for it?
I don't know. Probably.
Yeah.
Knowing this
I feel like
world
that,
we live
or I mean, at least the porn sites that I've been on, it's like the last bastion of outright racism.
Oh, yeah.
It is so
And
bad.
it's like not a thing. It's just like, oh yeah, it's cool.
Well, supposedly when they did the Reno 911 porn parody, it was the first porn parody that was interracial without calling it interracial. Like they were just like people fucking because they were like a parody of the TV show. But that was the first one.
It's so upsetting. I just shot I shot for Black Draw, which was super chill, and then I shot for regular Black.com, which was a totally different crew.
Wait, regular? What?
So they're two different. So Black Draw is like
Blacked raw?
they shoot it at night. It's a little bit grittier. Blacked.com is a little bit more glamorous.
Gotcha.
But the whole time they were trying to get me to say like, just say that you love big black dick and how much how his dick is superior to white dick. And I was like, I really like your dark penis. You've got your dick is so thick and dark. I enjoy it because I was like, I can't.
Your penis with a lot of melanin in it.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, I feel so uncomfortable with this.
Yeah.
Well, I've been having a big problem because when I started doing boy girl, I started doing interracial at the same time because
You didn't think anything different about it?
Well, I've always done interracial. I don't like if you're hot, I want to bang you. Like I don't really care like where you are on the melanin spectrum.
Yeah.
And if you're gonna pay me, then I'll also fucking bang you. You know? Like I don't really care.
You're like, what's up, man?
Yeah, I was like, my questions are like, is it a safe environment? Well, the check clears. Really, that's what I care about.
And will the sex be fun?
Yeah. Well, that's a bonus. That's a bonus. But the interracial companies haven't realized that they can hire me because I didn't make a big deal about my first IR and that I'm doing IR now, and I don't charge more for doing interracial.
Wait, people charge more for that?
Yes.
Are you fucking serious?
Yes, it's so fucking racist.
Fucked up, man.
And like I remember my first scene, they're like, "Oh, are you gonna charge more?" And I'm like, no, like why would I fucking?
They're like, ooh, big mistake.
I was like, I'm sorry, I'm from the Pacific Northwest. I donate to NPR. They're
That
gonna
is
take my
crazy.
membership card away. Like,
I had no idea. I'm learning so much about this. This is crazy.
Yeah.
and so everyone's like, oh, I can't believe you're finally doing IR, and I'm like, I've always been available for this. Like, this is like, why are you guys being weird about it? But I'm not willing to be all racially charged and the dirty talk.
Yeah.
Do I like your large penis inside me? Yes, but it doesn't really matter what color it is. Is it a dusky rose?
You're like, can be green.
Is it a
Dusky rose.
It's
deep
dusky
purple?
rose.
Like-
Is it an amber?
Yeah, is it amber? like you know, it's. Like, can you just talk
rainbow
about
colored?
how black it is? And I was like,
How black it is. This is hilarious, but
No,
fucked
it's
up.
not
No,
hilarious.
it's not hilarious. It's just so fucked up. Someone's like, talk about how dark it is.
yeah, talk about how like.
Now, is this someone? I just have so many questions.
Oh,
is there
it's a
someone
white
like?
Frenchman with like a
Oh.
French accent who's like standing
Who owns the
on-
Are
company
you
or the
shitting me?
director?
He's one of the directors. Like he's like up on a ladder filming. And he's like, talk about how you love his big black cock, and I'm like, I love your thick cock.
Oh my
and he's
God.
like, to say that you love his black cock, and I'm like, I really like
He's
your,
like, we'll put it-
your dark penis.
He's like, we'll put it in post. That's crazy.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Well, I'm learning all these things now.
Yeah.
So, and so I just got hit up to shoot a custom, and I'm pretty open with my custom things because I don't feel no one should be kink shamed. There's a lot of things that I'm into that I'm not. Would not necessarily want everyone to know about that. Like, we've all got dark corners of our brains.
Yeah.
We've all got really dark corners. So I got hit up to shoot a custom. I was like, hey, I really liked your black scene. Would you be comfortable doing a custom? And it was just like a normal custom, and it was like a cuckold video. But then he like got racial, and then he wanted to send me a pair of panties that said like BBC only.
What does that mean?
Big black cock only.
Oh.
Like BBWs?
Yeah, I do know.
BBC is the code word for big
Come on,
black cock.
Ellen, get with it.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's
Get
not
on
it.
Pornhub. look, scroll all through the menu. And and so I was like, and once he like showed me the panties he wanted me to wear, I was like, I can't do this. I can't.
Yeah.
And so I wrote him a very nice email back, like, I'm not. There's a lot of people out there that are happy to fill this custom video for me. I don't feel comfortable with it. You know, and then I even like the panties that he found were on Etsy, and I was like, you can get them on Amazon. There's like a company called Queen of Spades, which is also really gross.
Oh shit.
You just
Well,
break that down.
At least they weren't like handwritten. He's like,
Oh my God, yeah. So I was like the girl that she can just add them to your wish list. You can send it to her, and I was like, it's not my place to judge. Like we all are into things.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's been my. It's been my current.
Yeah, I mean, Ellen puts her toilet paper over, which is insane.
Why? You're an under? How can you do it under? How can you do it? It's the wrong way.
It just looks. It's just aesthetically so much better.
Well,
Also,
Okay, I can agree with you aesthetically.
better, and it's like I feel like when you just yank it, you know what?
No.
We'll get into
no,
that.
no, it's it needs to go over. If it goes under,
It's under.
you're a
Why do you
serial
like
killer.
over?
It's more it's efficacy.
Oh, no.
It is
Under-
way more efficient, and I don't want to.
With an extra like centimeter.
Well,
that it's like,
also like. I don't want to. What if I have effluvia on my hands? I don't want to wipe that on the wall behind my toilet paper holder. Like if we're close to the wall, there's more chances to besmirch the wall. You gotta create space, a safety barrier, a zone.
well, we found out the answer to that question that would come later. You had some serious thoughts about that.
So good. Well, let's go into some of these more.
Yeah.
Do you have, Ryan, any stories about poop?
Yes, I do.
She made a list.
Yes. Ooh, I like those notes. See, that's hot to me. Notes.
Well, last night I was
That's your I
like notes.
most of my poop content was all on Holly Randall's podcast, and I was like, who I love and adore. You know, I love female photographers. They're the fucking best. And I love that you guys are podcasting now. But I was like, I can't. I gotta bring fresh material for Ellen. It'd be disrespectful if I didn't. So,
which Holly Randall is, if anybody doesn't know, is like one of the biggest, best porn female photographers, and she.
Oh, really?
she has high glamour.
She's incredibly good, but her mother, Suze Randall, was an insanely famous.
Yeah, I know her. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So like she comes from
Porn royalty, basically.
Yes.
Oh, cool.
So.
So I was like, I actually texted Holly last night, and I was like, did I talk about Michael Vegas's butthole on your podcast? And she was like, no. And I was like, and then because she was a porn director, I was like, so when's the last time someone pooped on your set? And she's like, no one has ever pooped on my set. And I'm like, oh, you're Holly Randall. You're so glamorous. I only shoot
You're so
glamour.
fancy.
I was like, if you shoot anal, I bet you never even shoot more than one position in anal. Ooh, no one poops on your set.
No one poops
fancy
on
lady.
yours.
Which I thought was hilarious. She's still responding to my text messages, so I'm sure it's fine.
God.
So recently, I did my first and last official squirting scene.
Whoa.
So I squirt pretty naturally. If you see it in my scenes, you'll see that it happens. I don't porno squirt. But I've been squirting so consistently in pretty much all of my scenes, like almost a huge portion of my scenes, you're going to see like a little like splurt at some point.
Wait, what's porno squirt versus regular squirt?
I'm about to tell you.
Thank you.
So I got booked for a girl scene. For my first squirting scene is for like a very soft company, like one of the girl companies I like to shoot for, because normally it's like lots of making out, lots of it's like really intimate, and it's like I don't really have to worry about opening up. It's more about like having an intimate lady sex, which is my fucking favorite thing in the world. Everyone's pussy's getting wet. Like,
yeah.
Like it's just a lovely time. But this company was like, yeah, I was gonna like make out.
Dave's like, tell me more.
Okay.
I'm gonna eat. Like, the problem with me in girl scenes is that I love eating pussy so much that I'm just like, they're like, can she do something to you? And I'm like, but make her come, go away. They're like, she literally hasn't touched your vagina this entire scene. I'm like, doesn't matter. So I was very excited. But they booked a girl who's like a famous squirter, and she's super famous for squirting. Like that's her thing. Like she is not Adriana Chechik, but like that like level. Adriana Chechik was the scene after us. And so she comes like ready. She films every single scene like this is her scene that's going to get her Performer of the Year. And I'm like, this is they just like want us to make out. Like we'll do squirting in one position. It'll be
She's
super
a giver.
chill. And she's like, so then she decides that she wants to squirt for the sex stills, because we do all the dialogue, or almost all of the dialogue, up to sex, and then we take all the sex stills, so we kind of know, like, have a game plan of like what positions we're going to hit during the scene. And if it goes off track, it's not a big deal, but they've got the promotional materials that they need before our makeup gets fucked up from rubbing our faces on each other. She decides that she wants to squirt during sex stills, and the director was like, no. And I'm like, you don't need to do that. They'll add it in post if they need it. Like, it's not important. So she insists on doing it. And when someone is like a famous squirter, they're pissing everywhere. She is pounding Pedialyte. Like multiple gallons of Pedialyte were consumed.
Gallons. Jesus Christ.
Bottle after bottle after bottle, because she wants to have like a giant squirt in every single position. And so she did that in the sex stills before we have sex. So the bed is covered in cold piss.
Whoa.
And in the last one, she pushed herself so hard that she pooped the bed. And I'm like, we haven't even gotten into sex yet. Like,
you're like, I'm done.
well, I remember, here's the thing. It was my first time working for this company, it's weird that I haven't worked for them before, but, I'm a trooper. It's fine. Like, when you're shooting sex, it's like 25 minutes of sex. You can get through anything in 25 minutes. It's fine. You'll just get through it. So they're like, there's really nothing they could do. So they like wiped it up as much best they could with baby wipes, and they like flipped the comforter over and turned around, because we'd already shot all of these establishing shots with this comforter. And
you
so
have to,
and they didn't have an extra.
Continuity.
Oh my God.
So I'm like, cool. So I'm gonna have sex on this like
Poop bed.
piss covered poop bed. And I'm like, we're just
You are a trooper.
get in there and you get it done. So, and for me, normally when I shoot, I don't like to cut. I've been doing this for so long, like, and particularly with girl, I've been doing girl for so long, and I'm so tall. Like, I'm 5'9", you know, I'm thick, I'm strong. So I just throw the girls around in whatever position I need them. So there's no reason to cut or anything like that. Like, I can just get everyone in the angle for the camera. This little thing, 75 pounds, 85 pounds maybe, tiny,
Ooh.
just spinner. But she is like really taking control of the screen, and she's insisting on I was about to say pissing in every position. Excuse me, squirting. Squirting is when you pee really hard, but you wiggle your hand in front of it so it splashes around. And
God.
and this company is like, we shoot romantic lesbian films. So like this is the first time they've ever done a squirting movie. So the whole crew is just like horrified in the corner, like,
They're like clutching pearls.
what are you?
They like didn't know it was going to be this
They
hard.
had no idea what they were
Yeah.
getting into. And so the first two, and for me, I'm like, please don't squirt in my face. Because I don't know if you know this, but pee in your eyes stings.
Yes.
Also, I like to keep my makeup on, and I'm not submissive, so I don't want to be peed on.
Yeah.
And like, here's the thing: if I'm fucking you and you come so hard you accidentally pee a little bit, that's fine. But when you're like intentionally peeing,
Yeah.
don't piss on my fucking face.
No.
Oof.
And so there was this whole scene in the first position. I keep trying to go down to lick her pussy, and she keeps like squirting, and so it's like I get my
Like dodging?
face down like close to her clit, and then she like squirts in my face, so I like bounce back, and then like I try to get back in there, and then she like I'm just like, what?
You're like, time out. We're to be a team here.
What is this? And then the second position, I can't remember, but she like squirted everywhere, and in between each position she's stopping to chug water, Pedialyte, and Gatorade.
Oh my God.
And so in the second position,
Oh my God.
she's like, oh, I feel dizzy, and she's like, I'm gonna puke, and I was like,
What?
and they're like, give me a bucket, I'm gonna puke. Like, we don't have upchuck buckets on set normally. That's not a normal thing. And she was like, so you don't have a bucket? How do you don't have a bucket? I'm gonna vomit right now. And they're like, someone got her to the bathroom in time to puke up there, and she comes back, she's like, okay, let's keep rolling. And I'm like, can you go brush your teeth?
Yeah.
And she was like, no, let's just keep going. And I was like,
Oh.
I looked at the director, I was like, she needs to go brush her teeth. Like,
Yeah.
this is way
way
beyond what I thought I was getting into.
You're like, I'm battling pee and poop, and now
This
we're
sounds like
throwing
a-
throw up in there. Yeah.
all the
How
fluid.
dare her? I would be like, what? I mean, seriously, it's like, what is this person raised like by wolves or something? Like,
So after she vomits, the director says to her, like, hey, we have plenty of squirting. If we can just get Ryan to squirt in one position, it'll be fine. You don't need to like keep pushing yourself like that. Obviously your body is like overtaxed. Like you need to chill out. He's like, we only need 15 more minutes, 17 more minutes. And I was like, just lay back. I was like, these are the positions that we're due. We're going to make it really chill. She's like, fine, whatever. Because now she's upset that she's not living up to her own brand.
oh my God.
She did it.
She did it. She freaking did it.
Shit the bed.
Literally
shit the bed.
sex stills before the scene started. So we do. So
Always the overachievers.
she's like on the verge of tears this whole time, and I just feel awful. But she's not going to call the scene, and they're not going to call the scene. And I was like, she's going to be more devastated if we call the scene. So we're just going to get through it. And so we get to the position where I'm going to squirt, the last position of the scene, and I was like, well, I'm going to sit on your face, and then I'm going to pop up and I'm going to squirt on your chest. And I tried to move her into this position, and she insisted on laying flat, like across the bed with her head hanging off the bed. And I was like, well, I don't think you want to be in that position. I was like, I'm not going to be able to get further enough back. You're going to get it in the face, like just straight in the face. And she just fucking film it, and like yelled at me repeatedly. I was like 3 times. I was
worst.
like, I really don't feel like this is going to be a good position. You're not going to like this. You're going to be unhappy. And so we finally rolled on it. I squirted on her, but basically I was waterboarding her because she's laying with her head off the end of the bed, and so I can't even kneel over her. I have to like stand straddling her head on the edge of the bed, and then
my
like pop
God.
up to squirt. So she's maybe 4 inches from my stream, and just couldn't breathe, full on like got in her
my
nose, the whole
God.
thing. And I had told her, I was like, I don't think.
It's like the missiles are located in. Oh my God.
And I was like,
Make
I
it
told
stop.
her repeatedly. I was like,
Stop.
I don't think this is. I was like 3 times, and I was like, and after 3 times, if I say 3 times, you're not gonna take my advice, and you just fucking shoot
Yeah.
it, just shoot it. I was like, okay.
Sometimes people gotta learn the hard way.
And I was like, okay, don't trust the million-year veteran of girl pornography. Like, like
She wanted that Oscar or whatever the equivalent
AVN.
of
golden butthole.
Yeah.
Golden butthole. You're like, you did not win the golden butthole this year.
So and then she's like really upset. She's like, how could you do that? And I was like,
Did you not hear the 3 times I said
and
before?
the whole crew's got my back at this point. They're just like, you are so calm, you are so professional. And I was like, we're gonna get through today. You guys have a second scene to shoot.
Yeah.
And
That crew must have been like, oh my God, can we just cancel the second one? Like, sorry, we can't handle any of
the
this.
2 girls they had for the second scene were pros and friends, so they had an easy shoot
Right.
after this. So we finally finished the scene, and she is just so upset, and we have to film 1 pickup shot. It's literally like I'm in the kitchen drinking coffee, and she needs to like carry her wet bed sheets into the laundry room, because the whole setup is like I'm her stepmom, and I'm like, we need to talk about your bed wetting problem. And she's like, I'm not wetting my bed, I'm squirting. so
Same thing.
yeah, so there's
Gotcha.
there's a pickup. There's supposed to be a pickup shot of her like carrying the stuff into the laundry room. Super easy, like not even a close up of her face, but like
Yeah.
she still needed to be like slightly put together.
Yeah.
She goes and locks herself in the bathroom for 20 minutes and cries and takes all of her makeup off.
What?
Just bawling. So she comes out like
Why?
completely barefaced because she didn't live up to her own brand expectations. But,
Oh
Wow.
my God.
and I was like, okay. And I'm just sitting there. They're like, do you want? And I'm like, I'm just going to stress eat. Leave me by craft services. I'm fine. Like, you guys have like fresh marinara sauce. I'm just gonna get in on that action.
Do you have a spoon, perhaps? Like,
Yeah, no, full on. They're like, because most people don't realize how much I can eat. And so I'm just stressed. I'm gonna wait for her to get touched up. Like, this is a whole thing that took 3 times the amount of time that it needed to take. And at the end of the day, like, we finally got it shot. She like pulled herself together, and then I went and talked to her, and I was like, how much have you been working? And she had been working every single day. Her agent hadn't been giving her. She's like, well, I want to work that much. And I was like, you need a break, babe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the other 2 girls, the scene afterwards, they were in hair and makeup at that point, and we were just, like, she has a shitty agent. He's working her too much. She doesn't know how to set up her boundaries. She's obviously got her expectations for herself super high. So like, I gave her a hug. I was like, we all have weird days on set. Like, we got through it. Like, it's fine. But like, you need to take some time off.
Totally.
You're like, you just shit the bed.
Before the sex.
Yeah.
The whole time. And I have a very sensitive nose.
Oh God.
And it's like, and I'm rolling around on like this comforter that's covered with cold piss. It's like, it was not a good day.
You can have
It's
a
like
full-on flu day and still smell that.
Oh my God. It was so bad.
Ugh.
It's like Buck Angel, when we interviewed him, he talked about how he was having sex with somebody and he totally shit during this.
Well, here's the thing, is that it happens. Like, if you're gonna, as I always say, like, if you're gonna go in the cave, there might be bears, and you don't want to poke a bear. So it's proceed with caution.
Totally.
Yeah. Wait, did you answer the question about squirting? Like, I think I asked you a question about is it squirting, you said like real squirting versus porno squirting?
Yeah, so everything in porno it's over the top. The dicks are
Yeah.
harder, the boobs are bigger, the positions are really,
So the
really
squirting is
ridiculous.
just a lot more.
It's a lot more. And
Yeah.
like a lot of times, like, there is a certain amount of natural squirt that people come up with, but if anyone's like shooting squirt everywhere,
It's pee.
They're peeing.
Yeah.
And they've just had enough fluids, usually Pedialyte or Gatorade or water, that it comes out clear. And
Because I've heard different doctors on Howard Stern talk about squirting, and some of them is like it's pee, and other people are like, no, there's actually female ejaculate that can happen.
yeah,
So
there is, but in porn, it's almost always pee.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So I've been trying to get all my male performer friends, I'm like, can you shoot a male squirting video of you just like pissing but like wiggling your hand in front of it? I was like, I
Oh my
feel like we need
God.
to make this male squirting trend like a thing, because Yeah. So actually, that was my first and last quote unquote squirting scene. So I
Yeah,
called my agent. I was like, I'm not available for squirting scenes.
Yeah, I went to the same thing.
Yeah, I was like, I can't.
That
No.
sounds like a nightmare.
Oh my God. I was so traumatized. Like I went home and started drinking at like 3. I was like,
Anybody would. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, like-
I want to start drinking on set. I'm like, sorry guys, I need like.
wait, that's the thing about porn is you can't have alcohol on set.
Oh.
Yeah, they're real strict. I mean, and it's so corporate. Like it's
Well, it's good too because
it's good.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
It's great.
there needs to be boundaries like that because you don't want somebody so drunk that they then are like, oh, well, I was taken advantage of because I was wasted. So yeah.
No, you want people to be sober and consent to what
Yeah.
they're doing.
Completely. Yeah, that's important.
But on days like that, I'm like, can I just get a shot of whiskey somewhere? Like,
You're like, I'm gonna go drive to a bar real quick.
yeah, I was like, I just need like just a shot, James, just a little something, please.
Oh my god.
And yeah, so that was my first and last squirting scene.
Wow.
Holy shit.
And she shit the bed.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's pretty.
it's intense, right?
I just wouldn't even. I just would have saw that and been like, I can't. I mean, give it to kudos a year because I would have been like, I am done.
I'd be like, you need to get a new bed in here. She just shit the bed. No
Yeah.
way. No way.
Here's the thing though, it happens. I mean, and now that I'm starting to do anal, I'm trying to start to be more understanding of buttholes. Like, I'll probably accidentally poop on someone. And I talked to every single one of my male performer friends before I was ready to do anal. I'm like, what if I poop on you? They're like, it's happened a ton of times. So they'll just hand you baby wipes. And I was like, so
Yeah.
everyone's chill if I accidentally poop. Like, no one cares.
Like, I totally get that, but it's also like if we're doing a scene that poop should not be in the equation at all.
well, in that case,
But it makes
she
great for our podcast.
Yeah, it's
Ours
great
is
for your
great.
podcast, but for the scene that we were shooting, there's no
That's what
way.
I'm saying. Like you.
Yeah.
I did not show up for that day. I was not emotionally prepared
Yes,
for that
that's what I'm
day.
saying. Like if you're doing an anal scene, it's like, hey, there's a
I might-
possibility
yeah.
that but you walk into this
it's gonna be
super
romantic,
softcore, like
beautiful. I'm just gonna
soft lighting.
I'm gonna throw this little girl around. I'm gonna have we're just gonna have a lot of fun.
They should have had a scene at the very end where the camera zooms in at the poop on the bed, but it's all like soft lighting and everything, and like
My boyfriend watches those porn
the
bloopers.
The credit rolls over.
He watches porn bloopers like that, so
Yeah.
he probably has seen that.
Yeah. Well, we can't distribute it because it's
yeah.
So that's with the
Poop and blood.
poop and blood. Can't have it. Yeah.
I don't know none of this shit. Wow, that's
In
crazy.
the United States, you cannot have poop and blood in your porn.
I mean, thank you. By the way, I don't want to see that, but that would have been a little funny, like
but it
DVD
naturally
extra.
does happen.
DVD extra.
I just shot, and you can't have weapons either. So
Oh.
I just shot
What? Like nunchucks?
Knives and guns.
Yeah, so I just shot a thing for Digital Playground, and I'm like a mob boss, and the outfit that they ordered me was like, I was like, it was a project to get into, and I was like, I don't know how we're gonna get me off of this for the scene. I was like, oh, wait a minute, the whole scene is that, like, I run the drugs and he runs the guns, and we're like two crime families. We're having a meet up, and he's been like,
The Bonnie and Clyde.
yeah,
of
he's been
porn.
like infringing on my territory, so I've got to teach him a lesson.
Cutting into your action.
Yes, I mean it was super fun. I had a great time. But the outfit that they purchased for me, like, was just not designed for anyone to get in and out of. Like, it was a onesie bodysuit, and so, but it didn't have a crotch snap. The zipper that it had went from under the like a blazer collar, like down
Oh
the
my
back, just to
God.
make it a little bit more open. So I had to like wiggle in like a seal. And I was like, how are we going to get this off of me during sex? I was like, guys, because we shot up to it, and then for the sex deals, I'm like, I'm just gonna get completely naked. We're not gonna have like the slow undressing during sex deals that we normally have. I was like, we're just gonna roll through this. I'm gonna get naked, and then I'll get redressed for the scene. And then we got into it, and I was like, well, he's selling me guns, so why don't I have like this badass knife? We can just cut it off. And I was like, and I have a knife that I like to refer to as my shanking knife.
Nice.
Shout out to Cold Steel. They make great. If you need a shanking knife, Cold Steel, fabulous knives. But at the last minute, I was like, we can't, legal. Like, if we cut it off with a knife, we're gonna be in big trouble. So we had to like pre-cut it and like tear it off on camera.
Wow.
So crazy.
Mm-hmm.
What if you like
What about, like,
scissored it
nunchucks?
off? Would that be a weapon?
It could have been, so we wouldn't even risk having a blade near my vagina.
Wow.
Yeah, you have anything that's like sharp.
Throwing star.
No.
Violence.
Flamethrower. Nunchucks.
Roman
I'm
candle
like,
war.
I just want to think of different weapons now, like a
Well, have you seen that guy on? This guy's on Twitter. He's like a German artist, and he's always popping balloons in really absurd ways.
No.
Oh, he's fabulous. You'll have to look him up.
Okay.
Like he'll have like a bunch of knives hanging off his face, and he'll like lower his face slowly down into a balloon and pop it. Or like he'll strap a knife to like his head.
Oh, the Germans.
He's just fabulous.
That's amazing. Actually.
I was thinking today, I hope our podcast gets popular in Germany.
Yes.
Germany, Japan, basically all the places I like to travel to.
And are into poop.
Yeah.
Scheiße.
Oh my god, I need a tushy bidet so badly.
Oh, it's the best.
Oh,
It's great.
I have one more butt story for you
Please,
guys.
I was going to ask you that question if you had another one.
Give me your butt.
So I just had some plastic surgery. So after 10 years, you have to get your boobs replaced.
Wow, it's been 10 years?
It's been 10 years.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
'Cause I feel like I knew you before the boobs.
You did.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been 10 years.
Wow.
So you got to get the boobs replaced. And for anyone out there listening, never get liposuction because you're going to spend the rest of your life adjusting it, like getting touch-ups.
What do you mean?
Because it makes you gain weight in other ways, in weird ways.
Wow.
Really?
So I got liposuction when I was like 27 and didn't need it. And so with the boobs, they did a little bit of revision as well, which, it's fine, but I had to be in a garment for this past month, which is a compression garment, which is, I actually kind of want to put it on for you guys.
Yeah,
Can
do it.
Can we pause for a second?
Yeah.
So cheers.
Oh, cheers. Oh, shit. Hold
Yeah.
on.
So we got
Cheers.
a little refill
Cheers,
break.
yes,
I had
we,
to change my outfit like I'm presenting at the Oscars.
Ryan is
I don't
showing
know
us
if
her
did we
compression
drink
outfit.
on any of the episodes prior to this? Maybe we had one
One or
drink.
two drinks, yeah.
Yeah.
I know at our party, our 22nd episode, but this is
I was
the
wasted.
first. So we were actually recording 2 episodes in one day, and we had been like off for like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So we're having a twofer in bed with wine.
I mean, this is a nice way to for a big podcast day.
Yeah.
If
This is
you
great.
have to do a double, like why not?
Yes.
Just treat yourself.
I just want to get a pedicure after this now.
Yeah.
Maybe
I
like a
actually
manicure.
do need to go. So if you want to be pedicure buds,
Oh, cute.
I would love to, actually. I'm not even joking. I have so much fucking work to do after this. But
glad I'm getting
I
you
might
liquored up
take
then.
you. Yeah. My wife's like, "How's it going?" I'm like, "Amazing." She's like, "Oh my god, really?" It's like, I can't wait to hear about it. So she's really excited.
Aww.
So real quick, we're back now.
We're back.
We
Yes.
are.
And okay, what is the name of this outfit you're wearing?
I am wearing a compression garment, and I really. And this garment is leads into my final story, but I just
gonna
wanted
have to get a good
show
photo of
you
this.
this garment because it is
Thank you, by the way, for putting this on. It's amazing.
it is both assless and crotchless, which I didn't know could happen at the same time.
Wait, but it looks like a piece of fabric is going through your butt crack. Yeah?
It's creating separation in the cheeks.
Oh.
So I have separation in the cheeks,
my
and then it
God.
splits.
Oh, it's so
Oh.
weird.
And then it splits.
This is like a kind of weird, like this could be technically
It's like
a
a
fetish
jock
outfit.
strap-ish.
It's pretty awesome, by the
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
But it's
Dave's photography, you'll see it. It's like he's excellent, but he also has like a sense of humor. It's sexy, it's fun. So like he needs to get at least one shot of
Oh,
you in
yeah,
the
for
compression
sure.
Also,
outfit.
I'm gonna probably buy one of those because that is like for my props. Because this is too good not to.
it's ridiculous.
So when you first put that out, I'm like, are you going to some kind of wrestling meet or weightlifting competition?
Well, this is
That's what it looks like.
It's a similar concept because after getting the liposuction, it's keeping because they between my muscle and my skin they removed a layer of fat, and so my skin and my muscle needs to re-adhere to each other. So until that happens, I need to be in a compression garment so it can
Yeah.
And
heal
if any
itself.
of you've watched Sex and the City back in the day, Samantha wears a similar outfit. It almost looks like you're going to go scuba diving, and wear a singlet to wrestling, like made a baby with ass, vagina, and tits out.
Yes.
Yeah.
And my vagina's out, so I can go pee without getting in and out of the garment.
There you go.
And because after having your boobs done, like it's the first 4 days, it's really hard to
I want
move.
pajamas like this that are crotchless, so I
Yeah,
can pee
man.
in the middle of the night.
Or you with the ass flap in the back.
Yeah, exactly. I have a onesie that I have to like strip down naked. It's great in the winter because you're freezing, but when you get up in the middle of the night
not
to
practical.
pee, you have to like strip down naked, and I'm freezing
This is
being
$1 million
naked to pee.
idea.
I think what you should do is you should create a slit in the middle of the onesie and do a pee funnel, because with this garment, because I was nervous about Poseidon's kiss. Thank you for teaching me that term. In this garment, I took like just a regular paper coffee cup, and I cut it out the thing, and I used a pee funnel to make sure that I didn't get piss all
Or
over.
you can get the Shiwi or the Go Girl. I've used those too.
Yeah, I didn't think that far ahead. It was the nurse in the aftercare was like, and you might want to think about a pee funnel, and I was like, what do you mean? And then she like showed me how to do it with a cup, and I was like, oh,
like amazing.
but I've been in this garment for a while. And my ass is huge. Like, my ass is, what are my measurements? I'm like 45, 32, 45.
Wow.
So like there's some thickness going on.
You're a serious
I got a big ass too, so I'm with you on that.
So,
Accidentally closing doors by accident. You're like,
yes,
what the fuck?
knocking things off. I knocked a dildo off of one of the shelves at the Pleasure Chest yesterday, just like turning around too fast, and I was like, fucking big booty problems. And
that's literally my 85-pound pit bull does that.
Yeah.
She has a huge ass.
yeah.
Oh my god.
So I've been in this garment for basically a month, and
You the same one?
I have a couple of alternates,
Okay,
but this
you
is
can wash it.
yeah, I can wash it. Yeah,
It doesn't get like skunky.
No, I can wash it, and that's actually part of why the reason that I use the piss funnel, so I can stay in it longer without having to wash it. And I'm not doing anything. Like I've been in bed for a month. But I got called in to do a photo shoot, and I was like, yeah, totally. Like that sounds easy. That sounds chill. Whatever. And I, it's super, I'm still recovering with like, it was going to be a minimal situation. Basically,
Right.
I was going to be like standing and talking and pull my tits out at some point. I can do that.
You're like, I
can do that when I'm dead. And so I am going to have to get naked. And so I was like, get ready. I'm walking out the door, and I like turn around naked in the mirror because I'm like washing up my body, and I realize I have this red stripe all the way in my butt crack. And then I spread my ass crack, and it turns out that at 35, I got diaper rash.
It's like chafing.
It's just the cheeks have been squished together by the compression garment, and it's been so like moist in there.
Oh my god.
That I got diaper rash at 35. And obviously I had to send pictures to my agent, which is always humiliating, because whenever you have a porn injury, to prove that you're not just like a flake and really hungover, you have to be like, no, I'm legit unshootable right now. So agents in porn get pictures of like herpes sores, rashes, scrapes, like anything gnarly that can happen on someone's skin.
Fuck.
Like every single porn agent is like, ugh.
Yeah, I heard like back in the day, girls would be like, my grandmother died, and there would be like, you have 8 grandmas, because like she's already died like 7 times before this.
They just look at the photos like,
Yeah.
I had to be an agent.
Yeah, no. Well, and now it's like herpes sores, and my favorite porn injury. I think I've told this story before, but I'm going to keep telling it because it just makes me so happy. I was supposed to have sex with Ricky Johnson, which I've been looking forward to for a long time. He's so hot. And it turns out that I was not going to have sex with him because he had abraded his penis because he had face fucked a girl with her grill still in his personal life.
Oh my god.
And I was like, I don't believe it. I was like, he's having an outbreak. And they're like, no, show me the picture.
Like a cheese grater.
Yes.
Oh,
he was out of work for 2 weeks.
Wait,
Face fucked a girl with. I'm assuming he was like drunk or high, or she was really hot, or he just wanted to put his dick in something.
He's like, YOLO.
I literally got douche chills right then and there.
But yeah, but my butt.
It's never crossed my mind.
So this is what diaper rash.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Yeah, and you can see it when I was like, well, maybe we can work around it. You can still see it when my cheeks are closed.
Whoa.
And
It almost looks like the tattoo of that dildo you had on.
Yeah.
It looks like a
Slapped you between the ass
like
cheeks.
that's it.
yeah,
Like
diaper rash.
but like sore
Wow.
skin, like
I'm sorry.
sunburn and dried out.
Ouch.
Aw.
All the skin in my butt crack peeled off. I had to go to the store and buy Boudreaux's butt paste.
I was
Oh
just
my
gonna ask you to
God.
get butt paste.
Boudreaux's butt paste. It's the best. But I was like, this is so humiliating.
Fuck, man.
Because here's the thing. With my line of work, like most people can just get diaper rash and no one ever has to know about it.
Yeah.
In my line of work, like I know everyone in the office. I know everyone in the agency saw it. I know my roommate saw it because I was like, "Can you take a picture of my
I was
asshole?"
just going to ask you that. Like, your roommate's like, what?
I'm really lucky that my roommate's really understanding, and then I live in a duplex, and the couple on the other side is really understanding. So I've had them to have to take pictures of so much random shit.
Oh my god.
Oh my God.
I'm like, I was like, how bad is this sunburn? We should send a picture of the sunburn and see if I can still go to set.
They're like, you don't look so good.
No, like I knew a porn star once who told me that they had their hemorrhoids removed. They had like serious surgery, and they were like, yeah, because I'm on porn. And I was like, really? That like, this is somebody I know who did not do anal, but I was like, really? And then I was like, oh no, you are like, the camera gets up and in there. You cannot have hemorrhoids hanging out while your pussy's getting licked. It's just like a bad look.
Yeah, and and now they're all 4K, and they're like 4 inches from your vagina,
and you find out about pimples you didn't even know you had on your ass. Like, dude,
I have tweezed so many stray pubes that I didn't even realize that I had.
Doink, doink.
Oh my! It's why I became an esthetician in my break from porn, is because I was like, I am so comfortable with making vaginas look lovely.
Yeah.
That I was like, this is my comfort zone. Like, I will bikini wax. Everyone's like, you're so thorough. You like pull back all the folds and you make sure that there's not a stray hair. And I'm like, yeah, because I'm waxing your vagina like you're ready for 4K. Your 4K close up.
Yeah.
You're like, I've had my 10,000 hours. I know what I'm doing.
Oh my God.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Ryan, can we ask you our regular questions? So
Yes.
we know your TP's over. What brand do you like?
I use Costco.
Oh,
Kirkland brand.
yeah.
Oh,
That's
Kirkland.
good.
I was a Cottonelle person, but they don't sell it at Costco. And apparently Cottonelle is controversial, which I did not realize.
Yeah, Cottonelle's fucked up.
What's wrong with the ripples?
So number one, it's like not good for your pH balance down there. Number two, it's so thick and expensive, and they cut so much forest down. So yeah.
Oh.
Just
But
a
remember
bad-
what Kyle said, though.
See, now I want to go back to it because it sounds
believe
luxurious.
a little bit about what Kyle said, but to a point.
Well, look, yes, of course. You're still cutting down trees.
Yeah.
Like you're using, even though you're using the shit, but it came from cutting down trees.
Yeah.
But Cottonelle's like putting like a towel up your ass.
Yeah.
So, see, now that you've sold it to me as like something I shouldn't do because it's bad for the environment, like caviar, now I want to go back to Cottonelle because I'm that asshole.
Just
The
get a
world's
bidet.
burning.
Get a
Yeah, well, that is
bidet.
true.
Get a bidet.
I need to, well, because I realized had I had a bidet, I might not have had that diaper rash.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I had to be the whole time during that process, I had to be so, like, I couldn't wipe because I had an incision in my butt crack. So I had to,
my
like,
God.
get in there and, like, you know, like, wrap up my hand and do, like, a torque
Oh.
for my butthole.
Do you have any memories as a kid from poop and farts?
Yes, I was not a good pooper as a kid. My older sister, who was 5 years older than me, when I was going through potty training, because she's an excellent older sibling, said something on lines of, "There's monsters in the toilet,
Uh-oh.
and if they're gonna reach up and they're gonna bite your butt." And so I would refuse to go to the bathroom for as long as possible. So I would poop maybe like twice a week as a kid, maybe.
Wow.
And I would try to hold my pee for as long as possible. Like, I was famous for doing the I don't have to go to the bathroom dance because I was terrified of the
Oh
bathroom.
my God.
And that's why it
Those
ruined
pee-pee
me,
monsters.
because he messes with you when you're in the bathroom. The
Yeah.
original one. Yeah.
You know what? Funny you should say that. I remember watching that show, when it was on like the ABC.
Yeah,
whatever
the
fuck thing.
TV.
Yeah, the TV show.
the original one.
Yeah.
And I don't like horror movies. I still think about that stupid show today.
Tim Curry, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like there was parts in that I'm like, oh my! I'm like, you're an adult now, and you're still thinking about this.
No,
So when that show came out, that movie came out, the reboot. My wife loves horror movies. She's like, oh my God, you're gonna go see it? I'm like, are you out of your? You go, no. How long have you known me?
Yeah.
For a long time.
Ryan, the big question of the hour or 2 hours. Floor versus pants.
Oh, I love that.
So
And if you have an accident story.
Oh, yes, I have two.
Oh,
I have
good.
two prepared.
Oh my God, please.
Yeah, you love my notes?
Dude, these notes are like, seriously.
Oh,
Can we
yeah.
just-
The top of the
you-
note just says, "Hey, Poopy." Like, write that in there.
If you had laminated that, I would be like, I'm done. I'm good. I'm good.
If only I had a lamination machine.
I'd be like,
everything would be
Kinko's-
laminated.
Kinko, you can get stuff laminated at
I
Kinko's
don't like
very
talking
easily.
to people that work at Kinko's.
So
But so-
floor versus pants, Ryan. We got to go there.
Okay,
Read
so,
us your notes.
well, I admitted to getting diaper rash at 35. But I had never pooped myself ever
Liar.
until a couple of years ago when I discovered what norovirus was.
What's that?
No.
So
I
it's
don't know what that is.
it's what breaks out on cruise ships.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Like, yeah, it's you are just puking and shitting, and it is like worse than any flu that you ever had.
Why people want to go on cruise ships?
I actually kind of like cruises,
Oh.
but I like to live dangerously. I'm trying to feel, trying to feel
She's
things.
trying to feel something, Ellen. She's feeling things.
And she's feeling diarrhea.
Yeah, and I definitely feel better than everyone.
Oh my God.
So I was on my way to a photo shoot, and it was like early in the morning. I was driving out to Malibu. It was like, we're gonna shoot like early on the beach in Malibu. I was wearing my favorite dress, and I thought it was a fart. Wasn't a fart. And so I pull up, and I realize, I'm like, I just shit my fucking pants. I just shit myself. Just shit myself. Like, and I get there, fortunately, for the first time in my life, before the photographer, because that's never fucking happened.
Oh, yeah.
Never if it was me.
Nice to meet you.
So fortunately I get there, but because it's a beach, there's no like proper facilities. It's not like Jones Beach here where they have like bathrooms and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, it was like a porta potty, and it was like March, so it was off season.
Ugh.
And so I run to there, and like, it's so gross, but I just like expel the last of my asshole on there. And then because I'm going to a photo shoot, fortunately I have baby wipes everywhere. That's just a porn star thing. We have baby. By the way, if anyone follows me on my wish list, there's paper towels and baby wipes. Please send them to me. They're the gift that I will use and think of you. But yeah, so I like baby wiped myself up, and because I was going to a photo shoot, I had a whole bag of clothes. So I just changed my clothes, and and I wiped up my favorite dress, and I got through the whole photo shoot and managed to get back from Malibu without anyone knowing that it was a thing. And I even got the dress cleaned, and it was because it was a beautiful James purse with it was bias cut with like a boat neck with stripes, but I could never wear the dress again. I would just be like, this is the shitting your pants dress. This is the dress.
It's cursed.
Yeah, like, you pooped yourself. So I ended up donating it because I was just like, because it was beautiful, and it was like, I had a dry clean. Actually, I had it dry clean twice because I was like maybe, yeah, but no, I just couldn't wear it
I probably
again.
did the same thing.
And yeah, so and then I was horribly sick for 2 days, and then the year after I got norovirus again, and it was like, again, a sharding situation in my bed. And thank God I keep my mattress wrapped because I lived in New York, so my
bed bug wrap.
Yeah. So I was able to just like swap it out. But since then,
Pants floor.
If
you had to.
Depends on the situation.
Yeah, exactly.
It does. It is circumstantial.
Ideally, floor. Floor is ideal.
Yeah.
But if you got to be sneaky, you got to be sneaky.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
it's just a shame if it's in a large public area, you just got to take one in the pants because
Yeah.
But if it, see,
New York
ladies,
City subway pants.
yeah, but if you're wearing a dress though, that's a whole nother thing.
Yeah.
that's
Because it's like I can't even imagine that.
I do have
it's coming
panties
out.
though.
Yeah, but still,
I wasn't wearing panties. I was on my way to a photo shoot, so I don't want any lines. So when I go to photo shoots,
lines.
yeah, I don't want any lines. So I'm in like usually a dress
But
or like sweats.
Let's just say you're going to a photo shoot. You got underwear on.
I never have underwear on unless I have to.
Okay.
Unless they're photographing the underwear and
Right.
I'm posing in it. I'm not wearing
Gotcha.
underwear.
Okay.
Unless I'm bleeding. In which case there's a pad in there, so
but
it's fine.
okay, no. So, but are we talking like thong action here, or just
No
regular
woman
ass?
wears a thong unless they're trying to get like no. Okay, no woman over 30 willingly wears a thong.
I mean,
God, thank you, Ryan. Thank you for finally saying it.
I actually do know this because I do laundry at my house. We switch off. My wife has nothing but like the regular, just underwear.
Thongs
So I
are
fold them
for
all.
20-year-olds only.
But, okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Or for certain outfits.
But still,
Yes.
Yeah.
like I feel like my underwear, I identify as a man. Or I don't know why. I just think that when I compare it, like when I'm doing laundry, mine just seems so much more like industrial compared to my wife's just regular underwear.
Well,
Like,
women
I feel like
also
you
have to
shit
have
that.
women have to have underwear that's breathable. So we want cotton or modal. We want to make sure that the vagina stays as breathable and dry as
That
possible.
vagina, man.
Hey, MeUndies, I think you guys need to sponsor this podcast.
Yeah.
They got they're very
Modal,
breathable.
yeah. Modal's my favorite. It's made from birch trees. It's softer than cotton and it's more breathable and it dries faster.
I literally go to the store. I'm like, underwear. I just
When we're
grab
done, I got a pair of me.
No, like those
Okay.
I'll let
those
you touch.
hanky panky underwears that are super cute.
I don't know what that is.
It's a thong
brand.
that's like
It's
like a
supposed to be the
lacy.
comfortable thong.
Yeah, it's so. I know somebody who got a bacterial infection from wearing
Oh,
those
really?
to bed. It's so bad for that under area.
My wife like, you think these underwears are pretty cute, right? I'm like, yeah, it's cool. They're gonna wipe on the floor anyway, so I don't really give a shit. Like,
No,
they
my
could be-
underwears are really small, like tiny, cottony modal underwears, and my boyfriend calls them granny panties. And I'm
I
like,
don't get
granny panties are the really high, like unflattering, like these are
Do
really
the Hanes
cute.
3-pack.
It does
Yeah.
not matter. They can have holes in them for like hair. They're whatever. They're coming off. Like it's not like I'm like, oh my god, look at, I can't believe she showed up with that. Those ridiculous. Like, I mean, okay, so sorry. Anyway,
Yeah. Actually, I would do floor.
Yeah,
100%. I have no shame. Like I got naked on Howard Stern and did the most embarrassing thing for me to do, which is sing because I'm tone deaf. Like that is literally early in the morning under bright lights. That is literally my
that's
nightmare.
pretty brutal.
That is my perfect hell.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit.
yeah, but you looked gorgeous.
Oh, God bless being 25.
well, yeah. I mean, it's like, you know. But I mean, still, like, yeah, shitting your that's like my
Floor.
worst. That's my
Floor.
worst nightmare. Like shitting in public, and I can't control it. And
Yeah.
I would probably like something would break inside me, and like I would be like, okay, well, this is my life, or I'm just gonna never go
I
outside
think we
again.
need to have you go through more what's it called, like exposure therapy. We need to put you through like more and more trauma.
Oh my god,
Toughen you up.
that's a whole nother show. I would, like everything would like I would be like, no. Oh my god, I would freak out like every single time.
It's so fun.
By the
Toughen
end,
you up,
by
son.
the end, it'd be like, it'd be like Rambo, just being like, have this cold, dead eyes, just walking around, like, yeah, feeling nothing, like, yeah, whatever.
Hey, fuck it, yeah. Or just Xanax and Prozac together.
No, that's true.
Perfect.
Oh my god.
Ryan, what are your favorite products for pooping?
Favorite products for pooping. I was really into the poopery smell, but now I feel like poopery is so prevalent that it feels like I'm smelling it too much.
Yes.
Right.
So I'm definitely, I need a new poop spray.
We have to get Undercover Poo.
Yeah,
They were
yeah.
one of
It's
our
really
first,
good.
He was one of our first guests. It is such a fantastic product.
It barely smells like anything, and it's basically a bath bomb for your toilet.
Ooh.
And so what it does, instead of being like a spray, you can carry it anywhere so it doesn't spill. But when it bath bombs into your toilet and sucks in,
And you can pop it in before you take a poop.
Or during a poop.
And
Or
it's,
after.
And it's not so fruity smelling, like where it's just like, oh god, like it just kind of like when it mixes with the poop.
I'm adding this to my Amazon wish list as we speak.
Yes.
Undercover Poo, great independent business owner in New
Yes.
Jersey. He was amazing, John.
and he was like a cosmetic scientist.
Or like chemist or something
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. So
he
like
was
does,
something
he
that
does-
like it's not like he just came up with this in his kitchen. Like he has scientific background
yeah,
to like
he,
back
he
it up.
deals with like, you know, corporate like smells.
Shampoos and stuff.
No, but like odors and smells and like so he
No, that's
knows.
an important part of the the cosmetics
Yeah,
industry.
and
Yes.
because it's got baking soda in it,
It cleans.
it cleans its
Yeah.
toilet, and it's got a bittering agent. So if a kid, it's actually
It is edible, so if somebody did eat it, you wouldn't get sick.
Okay.
But it has a bittering agent to make sure
and
nobody
it's
does.
9
eat
little
it.
tablets. I think it works great.
It is
Yeah.
so independent. Oh, it is on Amazon.
Oh, nice.
I thought it wasn't on Amazon. I have
Undercover
to
Poo.
order this directly.
And I think if you do Hey Poopy, you may still get 10% off.
Yeah, yeah.
Ooh, I'm
Yeah.
gonna
We
go
get or
straight.
15, something like
Well,
that.
I mean, it might not work.
Undercoverpoo.com.
It might not work. Yeah, if you go with undercoverpoo.com and try that, you
Yeah.
should get some percentage
Yeah.
off. But
Yeah.
anyway,
Do you have a tropical scent? Just the one.
yes, it's just the but the scent is more for when you're taking it out of the tube. You won't smell it when it's in the bowl.
Gotcha. Oh, that's
It like
so-
and again, it's
in.
not so overpowering. The
It's
the
not like
tropical smell.
yeah. Okay, it's not
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
cool.
But it's great to travel with too, because like pooperies always exploded in my purse.
Oh yeah.
So
Or just
undercover
a drop, same
yeah.
thing.
Nice. Yeah, it's like the Dermalogica microfoliant of poo smell.
There you go. Yes, exactly. Well put.
It's a dry product. It's not going to get you stopped at TSA.
That should
Exactly.
be that should be an audio thing for his product.
Hey, we can definitely do a product trade.
Oh my god, it's so funny. I'm sure he
Ryan,
would
if
into
you
that.
do have diarrhea or constipation, what are the products that you use, or what do you do to help? Enema.
If I have like a really bad diarrhea problem that is not caused by like I had multiple shots of whiskey last night, which is usually why I end up with diarrhea. If it's like for realsies, stomach upset, I just do the brat diet.
What's that?
It's bananas, rice, apples, and toast.
I've heard of this.
So just like really bland foods. Because I don't really like Imodium. I don't think it's good for you.
No, Imodium's fucked
Yeah.
up.
I just feel like if my body needs to push something out, I just need to allow it.
Yes.
And just work really hard to stay hydrated during that process. If I'm constipated, I'll take Pure for Men or psyllium husk. Or I'll do a quick little enema with the Future Method, because after all this plastic surgery, I didn't poop for 4 days because of
the
narcotics.
anesthesia.
Yeah. And so, but I was like, I've got a whole package of Future Method, and it was delightful.
Yeah, that
and it makes
Dr.
your
Evan.
butthole feel moisturized.
Yes.
Like it feels moisturized. Like it doesn't dry you out.
Yeah, it's soft.
Oh, it's lovely.
The Future Method is pretty sweet, even though I have not actually. I still have my.
you
I have to do it.
try it.
I got to do it. You know what?
Just
it's
do it.
2020, and it's gonna do it.
You should do it for our 1-year anniversary, which is coming out next week. You need to do it
So I
you
got to
can
do it like tomorrow.
Yes. No,
I'll
next
do it.
week after this episode.
Okay, I'll do it.
So at least you could say like I tried it. It's really easy.
Okay.
It's not like a full on.
Oh no, I know. I'm gonna do it.
And then Ryan, what is the worst place you've shit in? Do you have a memory of like pooing, or like you didn't have to shit, but the bathroom you walked in on and you were like, what the fuck?
Possibly the toilet at that beach when after I'd shit myself, because it has been, the walls had just been painted, like it was Burning Man's always gnarly. I haven't been in 10 years. Renaissance Fair is fairly gnarly. Yeah, Renaissance Fair gets fucked up because you're eating like random, like you're eating meat
Giant
pies
turkey
and
legs.
getting like boozed up.
Are they Renaissance? Like, are they like so LARPing it that it's like it's not even real toilet paper in the stall?
No, they're just porta potties. They're just porta potties.
Your shitting room, my lady.
Everyone is on a different. Everyone falls on a different spectrum of how hard they ran fair. My outfit's actually, I feel my outfit's complete, so now I need to start to build a new costume. It's my peasant costume, my wench costume.
Where do you rent fair in LA?
Yeah, at the Renaissance Pleasure Fair, spelled with an E.
This is amazing.
I love rent. I
want to rent fair with you.
Well, the thing is that I need to I want to get a party bus together.
Ooh,
because it's
in. I'm so in.
Well, because it's like a 45-minute drive, and so normally I have to have my mom take me because she doesn't drink.
Oh my god, there's so many layers to this. I love this.
So normally it's what I like to do it for Mother's Day because she really enjoys it, and she doesn't drink at all, so she doesn't mind, and I don't get super sloppy or anything, but like
you want to have a cup of cocktails.
Yeah.
It's Ren Fair.
Yeah, I have a pewter cup specifically for Ren Fair for my beers. Like I'm gonna be having beers. It's got a wolf on it because lone wolf.
You're like some of your finest ale, barkeep.
Yes. But I really want to go on mushrooms, and I don't feel comfortable tripping around my mom, and I don't feel comfortable.
Who would?
Because my mom, I'll go with like one or two friends that are like my more posture and dignity friends, but I want to do Ren Fair with like my rowdiest friends and take hallucinogens and get, because mushrooms, I'll get the munchies. I'll be really excited for like meat pies are already delicious, but this is the best meat pie I've ever had.
Yeah. Those turkey legs are the bomb.
I don't like the turkey legs. I don't fuck with them.
I can get down with
I love the turkey legs, but then I take that home and I made a stock out of the. It was so huge.
What?
Yeah, I made turkey soup like a week later.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Ren Fair, what am I spacing on? I've had 2 glasses of wine and I am wasted.
Yay!
I need to eat something.
Sweet.
I think we did everything. Yeah.
Well,
should we do Let's Get Shitty?
Well, before we do Let's Get Shitty, I have a game.
Oh yeah. Wait, fuck Let's Get Shitty. Let's just go straight into the game.
Go to the game.
The only thing that I'm going to bitch about on Let's Get Shitty is people putting tarragon in egg salad.
Okay.
which is a West Coast thing, and it is
That
bullshit.
is awesome. You just said that because I just used tarragon in my soup the other day, and it was delicious.
Tarragon has its place.
It has its place, but it's a
Use
little
sparingly.
tacky. It's a little tacky. It can overpower, and we want
You
egg
have to
salad
sparingly. You have to use
Yeah.
tarragon sparingly,
Yeah.
because otherwise, all you taste is tarragon.
Exactly.
And people get a little. I agree with you on that. They do get a little too hardcore with the tarragon.
Anyway, so
Okay, so
game.
this is okay. The game. I didn't have a chance to, unfortunately, come up with a cool intro for this game. But basically,
Fix it in post.
I will fix it in post. So the game, it's called Poop or Orgasm.
Poop.
Pooper porn.
Poop or porn. We'll get the logistics later.
What is
But-
this O coming from? Is it coming from a
So
or is it coming
basically
from
the game works as this.
Or what
Is
if
it-
you come so
is
hard
it-
you shit yourself?
Well,
that's called a buck angel.
if well, we're gonna do best of 5.
Okay.
And then you have to tell me if this person's actually shitting or coming.
Okay.
So
I
gonna
love
play.
this. I love this already.
I'm gonna play a little sample.
Okay.
and then just to kind of get get you into it. So here we go.
Get your whistle wet.
You tell me if this person is pooping or having orgasm.
Shitting.
Correct. See, very easy. So this is gonna be for real. Okay.
That was the tester.
That was the test one.
I can't read that far, so don't even try to cover
okay.
it up. I'm
So
blind
this
as fuck.
I mean, I can barely read this. I'm looking right down at it. Okay.
We need
so,
reading glasses, guys. Warby Parker, sponsor the show.
So, okay. This is the first one. Is this someone who's having an orgasm or pooping?
Oh.
Orgasm.
Short but sweet.
Yeah.
Correct. You are correct. 1 point in the board. Actually, Ellen, can you keep score?
Let me get a
Because
pen.
I'm like, I mean, this is
There's a notepad right there.
it's only out of 5, but we've been drinking, so
I'm a terrible influence. I was just really
no,
hungover,
no.
and there's no other way I was going to get through this. Just give me the booze.
you're like
no one gets hurt.
I love you so much for this. Thank you.
Am I going to win a parachute gift card? Is this going to be like on Love It or Leave It?
We'll have to figure out a prize for
We
you.
need to get you guys sponsored because this is
Oh, yeah,
my
we're working on
favorite
that.
fucking podcast.
me this.
Oh yeah, shout
Ellen
out.
just put on a blue beanie with really cute red stitching and a little white border that says warm farts on her head.
And the other side says cold beer. So
There's nothing like farting into a blanket
Well,
while
Fuck
drinking
the
cold, beer.
we'll do a pause. Quick shout out to Night Watch Studios. They make some of my favorite prints, and they sold that merchandise. That's one of their hats.
Oh.
So anyway, you should go to their site, Night Watch. I think it was nightwatchstudios.com. They're
I
great.
should talk to them because I've got some shirt ideas.
I have an amazing poster I bought for them. Just it says butts. It says illustrations of butts, and the whole poster is it glows in the dark.
You gave
What?
me the sticker.
And I gave the stickers too.
Yeah,
I'll
it's
show you after
really
the
good.
show. Yeah, that's amazing.
It's really
okay,
good.
so back to the game.
Yes.
So this next one, is this someone pooping or having orgasm?
Poop.
Correct.
Yeah.
Granted, it's so hard to find these audio clips, by the way.
But it's still funny for the
2 up.
podcast.
Okay, so you only need one more to win this thing. Okay. Is this person coming or taking a big ass shit?
Coming.
Correct. You have won.
Yeah.
I want to hear the other two, though. I want to hear the other
Okay.
two.
the other
but
two.
I just want to say it's also very
I feel like I have an advantage at this game.
yes,
Well, yeah,
but the women's ones were coming and the men's sounds were pooping.
Well, hold on.
Okay, good.
Look,
If he's saying dropping loads,
I have
I
been-
know that he's actually coming
Well,
and
yeah.
not shitting.
I have been.
Dropping fucking loads!
I have been drunk. Okay, so this was the other one. Actually, hold on. This was the other
I drop
one.
loads and they're called the messy
So
messy.
you've won the game, but we're gonna play the last two. Here's one.
Oh, that's coming.
Yeah,
Here's the thing. I spend so much
I
time
know.
on porn
It's-
sets.
that's
So,
the
like,
thing.
You have an advantage.
But I figured that you'd be. But now this is even. Okay, hold on, real quick. I'm gonna play this last one.
Coming.
Pooping.
What?
You were wrong. That one was pooping.
Fine. I was just distracted because I'm
It's
ordering
okay.
from Saucy.
It's okay. So I played. Well, you guessed correctly. One of the orgasm sounds is actually from one of your movies.
Oh,
Was it me?
Yes, this one. Oh, it's really quick, but this is you.
Oh yeah, I do sound like a demon when I'm having sex. I feel really sorry for all of my sex partners because I get all like Linda Blair on them.
I didn't want to like be one of those guys, but I was like, I feel like this would be a funny thing to add in an extra little Easter egg.
yeah.
No, because I sound terrible. Like the reason I don't watch my own videos is because I look like I'm having a demonic spasm. I've been working on a joke like because it's don't shoot till you see the whites of their eyes. But when I'm coming really hard, my eyes roll back in my head, and so don't shoot till you see the whites of my eyes.
Number one, you're a very talented lady, and obviously what you're doing is correct. So, I mean, she has a huge following. People love her porn. Every time she posts a picture that I've shot of her, I literally get like 300 new followers that day. So, and dick pics and all that fun stuff. But
sorry about that.
Yeah, so you really you give your all. You're very passionate about what you do.
You're amazing. I just met you today, and I'm like, you're like the best person.
Yeah, Dave is a fan.
So excited to come on this show. I'll be back in New York in probably about 4 months, and I'm going to try to get into some poopy trouble just so I have the stories for you. It's like,
and
please shit your pants.
We can take.
Hey, it's my first year doing anal. Anything can happen.
Yes. On this we can take phone calls on this podcast. So if you ever want to call in one time,
I mean, once you've done a couple anals, like a plethora of anal scene, then you can give us like your tips on anal
on your phone. Just like if you want to have something that you want to add, record it and just send it to us.
Be a correspondent.
So we've gone to the game. We have to figure out a prize for you. I didn't think that's funny.
Parachute gift card.
Look, I just did. Well, there'll be some gift for you for sure. So now with that,
I know what the gift will be.
What?
Wait.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Hold on. What's going on? We're taking a quick pause.
You're right that Saucy does not deliver in Manhattan.
I've never even heard of this thing before.
It's what you used to do. Oh,
there we go. Yes.
Sitting in my purse, so I'm sorry. I gave her my half vial of undercover poo.
It's only missing 2. This is.
Oh yeah.
So I gave her some undercover poo as a gift for winning the game.
This is so exciting.
You've now won a half-used container of undercover poo.
It's not half used. There's only 2 tablets missing.
Oh shit! Okay,
it is 4/5.
It just looks rode hard and put away wet because it's been in my purse.
This is so great.
That's how all my favorites.
See, there you go. Now you can try it out. You can actually try that out now.
Oh, I'm so excited. Well, thank you guys so much for having me. This was...
Oh my God, this was the best.
This is the best.
Thank you, Ryan.
And you guys came to me in my hotel. You don't make me leave. I didn't have to put
Don't tell our other guests.
Look, we got to see you in the compression suits.
And a onesie.
And the unicorn onesie with the star in the front.
Yeah.
You gave us alcohol.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah. I have a serious buzz right now.
We should be thanking you.
Anytime. Next time I'm in New York, like I said, I'm going to try to get in some poopy trouble. Just
okay, please.
Some mud on that helmet.
You can seriously be a correspondent anytime.
Yeah.
Just if you have a thought or something funny.
Yeah, I know how to hit the voice record button.
And just send it to us. We will play that shit.
And honestly, I got to thank you guys because you guys made my first anal scene go so well.
Yay!
Aww.
My poop and my porn worlds are colliding.
I don't have any porn worlds, but
now you do, sir.
Now I do.
Now you do.
Now I do.
And if you get a chance to shoot me this trip,
yes,
yeah, then
we'll work out after the thing. We'll figure it out.
You know some porn people. You know Buck Angel now, Chris Harder.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
We're easing you in.
Yeah,
like you're supposed to do
me in. I was supposed to do what was it?
The same way that the butt plug is supposed to go in your asshole.
Oh my God, I gotta
You got a tiny butt plug today. I know.
Well, with that, Ryan Keely, You are so lovely.
And
Thank you
Ryan,
so much.
tell people where they can find you just in case.
I am on Twitter at Ryan Keely, RyanKeely. I am verified. I am not verified on Instagram. It's Ryan Keely, RyanKeely, TM for trademarked or too much or top MILF or whatever. whatever.
Top MILF.
Top MILF. Yeah, with a woman with no kids. I'm like, yeah. America's favorite.
Basically, if you're 25 and older, you're a MILF in the porn world.
Yeah, 18 to 25, you get to be a teen, and then after that, you're a MILF.
Thank you, Ryan.
This
You're
is
incredible.
one of the most fun interviews ever done.
Yeah.
And
We had a twofer today, and besides
Twofer.
being a little drunky, I am feeling good about myself.
yes,
Yeah, no.
you should.
If you want people to like you, feed them booze and invite them into your bed.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's the way to like friendship, right?
Yes.
So until next time, people.
Happy pooping and toot toot toot. Hey everybody, thank you for listening to Hey Poopy with Dave and Ellen. You can listen to us on platforms like iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud, Spotify, Stitcher, and even YouTube. Subscribe and rate and review and tell all your friends about us.
For more info about Hey Poopy, go to heypoopypodcast.com. You'll find great links on our merch. We have some really cool merch, by the way. Shirts, mugs, cards, bags, all kinds of things. If you have any questions, product reviews you would like us to do, just general emails, we just want to say hello. Email us at heypoopypodcast@gmail.com. And you can also go on Instagram and check us out there at Hey Poopy Podcast. You'll see all the fun toilet pics, anything fart and poop related. So if you have any extra submissions you want to, show us or things that you think are funny, just let us know and we'll post it for you.
Theme song by Jordan Pearlson. Hey Poopy.
Oh, that one's gross.
Very wet.
Oh my God. Okay.
Hey Poopy, how you doing? Hey Poopy, how you doing?
I'm just, trying to find a place with like-minded people to talk about like-minded things about me, about poop and stuff.
Hey Poopy, how you doing? Hey Poopy, how you doing?
Oh man, what's this right here? Is this a podcast about poop?